Niger update, will the junta kick the French ambassador out by force tomorrow when the deadline expires? Here we see people protesting outside the airport where the French embassy is based. Yesterday, more protests have happened again today. If the French ambassador is removed by force, no doubt France is going to respond. And here we see a Nigerian military jet going from Nigeria to Paris. Nigeria will be the leader of the West African Community of Countries response, ECOWAS, if they did get involved in this conflict, as they put all their troops on readiness. All 12,000 are ready to enter Niger if needed. Today, the military leader of Mali, Goita, has said that if ECOWAS invades Niger, then he will invade Nigeria. And not only that, they'll remove the government in power and restore what they say is the rightful winner of the 2023 election. So, if anything happens in Niger by ECOWAS, this could destabilise the whole of West Africa. And possibly because of this situation, the Nigerian military transport plane has been seen going to the US military base in Niger today. This is the first time in months this has happened. Could this be to smooth things over with the US after trying to kick their ambassador out yesterday before changing their minds? One thing is unsure. Does the junta in Niger have the support of the people? Now, this organisation, Compact, is part of the M62 movement, which is broadly backed by Russian state and Russian sources, had a meeting yesterday in a stadium to try and, support the junta in their movement. And as we can see from this still, there is a lot of empty seats in the stadium from the event they organised. So does the junta have support of the people? Now, the protests outside the French base, like the airport in Niger, was only a couple hundred people there. Again, does that mean that not everyone supports what's going on in the country? And finally, something to ponder over. This may not be directly linked to Niger, but possibly. So this plane left Moscow, then went to Damascus, and then went on to Mali. Mali being one of the countries that are back in Niger and would fight for them if ECOWAS and France intervened. Possibly helping the Wagner Group, possibly shoring up support for the Wagner Group, making sure they still fall in line while they're in Africa, and obviously the command structure is gone. The Russian government wants to make sure they still play their part, as Russia has a lot of interests in Africa. So, one to watch. What happens tomorrow with the French ambassador? This could be a tinderbox that starts a war, or it could be quietly resolved.